Hello everyone. I am just making sure that I'm live where I think I am. So welcome to the October virtual card class. This is a new place for us. Usually we are sharing this in the group, but for a while we're going to give it a whirl over here and see how things go. Most of you know I left my full-time job in September and am working my business very hard to make it more streamlined for me and provide better service for my customers. So for our card class today, I have 4 really cute cards. We're using one is a fall and one is Christmas. I mean, sorry, 2 are fall, 2 are Christmas. And let's see, I'm discombobulated. Is that a word I can use? So I'll show you some of the companions to these cards and explain to you where I got them. So here are 2 of the cards that we're not making today. These are from the Be Jolly stamp set. This is in the mini catalog. And I love this little cute stamp set. I wasn't going to get it, but then it was recommended to me for coloring, and I've had a lot of fun coloring these sweet little images. So, these are 2, and use some holiday rhinestones. Holiday rhinestones are some of my favorites, and I've shared that before. Then the other 2 are fall, are using Gorgeous Leaves, the Gorgeous Leaves stamp set. The Gorgeous Leaves is in fact gorgeous, but it doesn't have any sentiments. So I've paired this with Peaceful Moments, grabbed a couple of sentiments from here. So this is one that we're not making. And then this is one that we're not making, but they go together. Okay, these 2 match 2 that we're making, and then the other 2 match another set. So I have people ask me sometimes where I get my ideas for my classes, and I freely acknowledge that a lot of my cards are inspired in whole or in part by things that I see on Pinterest or online. But as a demonstrator, I have another source, a couple of other sources. These came from team meetings. So when our teams get together, we stamp. And so these are actually cards from October meetings with my team. Hope Hardy designs the cards for our team, and so she designed these 2. And then this is for these are from my upline. Rhonda Wade is my upline's upline, and this is from her team meeting in October. So we're going to make 2 cards from the set that Hope designed and 2 from Rhonda's meeting as well. So I guess we should go in order of the seasons, right? We'll start with the fall and work our way over to Christmas. All right, so this card, and we typically do, just like I do for my classes, I do most of the cutting. Actually, let me take that back. For our team meetings, that those people that purchase the Make and Take kit, it comes with most of the work done for them. Of course, they must stamp their own and assemble, but like the designer series paper is typically cut, and in this case some of the die cutting was done as well. So this is a crumb cake base. This is the Beauty of Friendship designer series paper. This is in the annual catalog, the main catalog. And then I've got a leaf that is die cut from crumb cake, one that is cut from Blackberry Bliss, I believe that's Blackberry Bliss, and one that is cut from Night of Navy. So I'm actually going to stamp directly on the designer series paper. You don't see, we don't do that all that often, but it certainly can be. So I'm just going to grab the Happy Birthday stamp. It's not a very big stamp. And I am going to stamp in Night of Navy ink. So I'm going to spin the wheel over here and get that. I started something new this week. This is actually my third time to be live this week, which is very new for me. But I started Card Yahtzee last week, and I hope that this picks up and that you all will play along with that as well. I love the dice game Yahtzee, and when I saw these dice that were available from a friend of mine to provide a recipe for making cards, I thought, oh my gosh, 5 dice, this is Yahtzee. So we're letting the dice determine a lot of the components of our cards. And so I think these are just too pretty not to share, so I've actually kept them front and center so I can continue to share them. So these are the ones that I made yesterday in Card Yahtzee. And you can see I've embossed with some clear embossing powder to make them a little more distinctive. These are monochromatic cards using the neutrals family and some die cutting. But I just love them. So getting, yeah, we'll get there. I'm getting there. I'm a work in progress. Are you a work in progress? I don't see anyone online just yet. And I think I'm just going to stack these like this. So this class, what's special about today's event is that this class is free to attend. The tutorial is free. And if you would like a kit of prep supplies so that you can make these cards, that's free with an order. So if you place a $30 order by Sunday night, so that's this Sunday, the 24th, then I will send you a kit of these prep supplies just like you're seeing here today, and you can make these beautiful cards for yourself. Now I need a little linen thread, I feel like, to make a bow. So let me grab that. So a $30 order, there's a host code that you need to use, and I will post that when I update the video following the broadcast. These are for orders that are less than 150. Oops, come on. But with a $30 order, then I will send you the prepped cardstock for these 4 cards. Now remember, I can't send stamped images, so you will use your own stamps to complete the cards. And you may use exactly what I've used, or you may have something of your own that you substitute with. That's completely up to you. If you place a $50 order, I'll add in a favorite embellishment to send with you. So just remember to place that order and use the host code by Sunday night. Seems like I'm supposed to tell you something else. Okay, so tomorrow night is bingo, and this time bingo is all virtual. It's on Zoom. But I think we're going to start alternating, have a small group that is in person 1 month, and then have another group the next month that is via Zoom. All right, so that's card number 1. Isn't that just gorgeous? So sweet little happy birthday could be for, it's not gender specific, that could be male or female. And then this next card is I'm using thick basic white, and again that Beauty of Friendship designer series paper. And then I have 3 little white squares and 3 little navy squares. And I need, let's see, I need cinnamon, Did I say bumblebee? Cinnamon. Cajun craze. All right, and I'm going to stamp. I'm stamping the same leaf on each one. Sorry, lost my thought. Well, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to use these leaves. Find them over here. So I'm going to use this large leaf, and I'm going to use this leaf, and I'm going to use that one. We'll just keep you there. Okay, so in these, I love these stamps, how they have these little speckles along the edges. I think I just like that look. And then of course these textured grungy stamps, and then these leaves that are blowing around. One of the things that we did in our meeting this month was talk about techniques with this in particular, with leaves, using the baby wipe technique, and that is a fun technique with beautiful results. So if you've not tried that, I encourage you to look it up and give it a try. Like I said, we did it in our team meeting. And clean that off. I'm using a chamois to clean off this. The tutorial will have a supply list with it, so that should you need to purchase anything that I'm working with today, you'll be able to. I made a card similar to this a few years ago using the Rooted in Nature stamp set, and I loved that stamp set. I was quite sad to see that retire. Look how nice I'm being, putting my inks away as I go, only to pull them right back out, most likely. We'll see. And then this last one is going to be in Cajun Craze. Cajun Craze. Didn't quite want to open, did it? So things have been quite busy over here in my new normal. I'm working a lot on my website. It has some distance to go, but I work on it pretty consistently every day, and know that with practice this will get better, and I so appreciate your patience, and I am definitely looking to reward for that patience and encouragement. All right, I'm going to take another stamp from the Peaceful Moments. This is Life is Better with a Friend Like You. Don't we all need to hear that right now? That is amazingly straight. I just have to share with you. If you guys are commenting, I don't know that I'm seeing them. Let me see. Hello, Kirby. All right, and I think that's all that I need from Peaceful Moments. So I'm just going to kind of tuck that away and free up a little space on my desk, and we will assemble. So I'm just using the multi-purpose glue. We also call this Tombow. I like to work with it because it gives me some time to make adjustments. Tomorrow for our stamp bingo and Zoom, although I don't know that that's the right order. I change it up all the dang time. We are making some cards with the penguins, the playful little penguins, and their polar bear friend and their fox friend. They are super cute. And there is one extra packet, so if you are if you're local and can pick up that packet, that's great. If you're not local, but you want a card packet, want to play along, you can print off bingo cards from online and then make your cards once you have your packet. So if you just forgot to register, just reach out to me. I have one, and I'd love for it to find a home. I did not make a really strong score line there. So I'm going to need to come back and do that. So an hour ago I walked with my mom. She lives next door, and friend and neighbor Tony. And we went around the neighborhood. Just going to do this in the middle and do this on the bottom. I need some dimensionals. They're stuck. There we go. There's Hardin sending me a message. He's probably telling me that the Wi-Fi is slow. He gives me a lot of credit. I can't control the Wi-Fi. You have to change it up every few years. Shop your Wi-Fi experience. It gets too expensive. The quality goes down. It's a racket. And, you know, if we're smart, we put the center one in first. And that way we can see how to space out the others. And I love this grid paper because it will help me find the center pretty easily. So now I can tell that this is my center line. And I can't see straight and crooked very well, so we'll just have to assume. And I think that is way left, but maybe not. There you go. I'm freezing up. Oh, shoot. Okay, let me switch to hardwire. I don't know if that'll mess up. Okay, that might bounce us. Hopefully not. Oh, okay, so I can see that it had an issue. I'm just going to give it a second to find itself. Come on back. Okay, now I'm back again. Should be. Yeah, okay. All right, so thank you, Kirby. I switched to the wired connection. So here is card number 2 with that gorgeous leaves. And then the next ones are going to be little Santa Be Jolly cards. So let's put our gorgeous leaves up. I was pretty excited to come today and have something already done for me. All right, so here are the supplies for the other two cards. So we get to do a little coloring on this too. So on this one, so I've got a shaded spruce card base, and then I've got a layer of basic white. Then I have this cut from the Scallop Contours and Scallop scallop and contours dies. And then we have this layer that's going to come in here. And this is the one that we're going to stamp on. So down at the bottom, we're going to stamp a Merry Hello. And I'm just going to do that first. I think that will help me with placement of the others. So I'm going to do this in real red. As you know, I participate in several fundraisers for the Foundation Fighting Blindness every year. And man, that's really crooked. Even I can tell that. And I have a Pampered Chef fundraiser that kicks off this weekend. If you would like to participate in that, just let me know and I will be sure that you are able to join the fun. That looks much better. That's why cardstock has two sides and can easily be cut. All right, then we're going to stamp the little tree, and we're going to stamp the little star and cut it out. So I'm going to find my little tiny A block and a piece of scrap for that little star. So I'm going to stamp this in Memento Black. Memento Black is what we use for coloring with the stamping blends, the alcohol markers, which is what we're going to color with today. That's what I colored with yesterday. Now I need to leave room for the star. Oh, I think I came down too low because I was supposed to leave a bow down there. Oh well. I think that my bow just went bye-bye. As soon as I stamped it, I was like, oh, no, I went too far. That's okay. That would have been pressure to tie a bow. Nobody needs that kind of pressure online. Okay, so now for coloring, I am going to grab the Shaded Spruce blends because I've got a Shaded Spruce background there. And I'll grab Daffodil Delight and Real Red again. And I need something for that tree trunk. So I am going to grab, I like soft suede. And then maybe even a little pool party. We'll see. All right, now that I've covered it all up. Now, when you are coloring with your blends, this is the tip that I recently learned, to hold the light and the dark in the same hand, and then you can quickly transition from one to the other. Now with these images, I don't have a lot of clues as to where the shadows would be. And you want to work while that ink is still wet in order to blend. All right, so I need to be pretty quick here in my blending. The key to blending is to continually add layers of color. So if you noticed yesterday, I shared in a photo the back of one of those angels, where you could see it was almost as blue on the back as it was on the front. That's because I added so many layers of colors, but it gave us a really smooth dress. And the tree will be very hard to replicate that because it's, well, working while it's wet is going to be the challenge. And when you are coloring, I like to color, it's relaxing, but admit that anytime you're projecting, talking to an audience, it's not quite as relaxing as it might be. So you can go a little more slowly if you like. Now you notice I set down that dark shaded spruce. I probably won't need it again for my tree. As I come back and add more layers in an attempt to do some blending. So you can definitely see on the camera that I've got some really distinct lines, streaks at this point. You can layer your colors. You don't have to use just the light and the dark of the shaded spruce. You could introduce other colors to get, different shades and combinations. So don't be afraid to mix that up. Sometimes when we don't, because we don't have all of our colors in Stampin' Blends, so sometimes I do mix them up a little bit in order to try and get close to a color that I may not have. We don't really have a soft pink right now, and so if these branches were overhanging, there would be a little shadow there. But now I don't like that. So something like that maybe. And then I just want to color these little balls, and there's really not any opportunities to do much shading on them, although you can see that the artist notes did give us a little clue as to where the dark would be. So we do these little stars in yellow. Traditional colors here. I can't wait for class on Saturday. Our Christmas card class this month is not traditional colors. We are working with the Whimsy and Wonder suite from the mini catalog. And it is very cute. Oh, and you know what? I need to color this little star. I forgot. I will fussy cut him out to put on the top. Maybe I should have done more to speed this up today. I don't know if it's very exciting to watch me color for any length of time. All right, that's probably all the dark that I need. So the class on Saturday has a lot of little ornaments and stars that are die cut. And my mother did all of that die cutting. I don't know that she's going to forgive me in this lifetime. That was a lot. And then my friend Laurie helped prep for bingo tomorrow night. So I could not do this without help. All right, and then the trunk. So I'm just going to come down these lines with the dark and in the corner. And then I'll fill this in with the light. All right, there's our little tree. And we can, let's cut this little star out. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. I do usually do something like this though, so that I can focus on just the, I don't have this extra that I'm dealing with to work around. Oops. I think it probably would like 5 points though. This is pretty small for cutting. Maybe I should have borrowed the die cuts for the other one, huh? Okay. Now I need a mini glue dot, a mini dimensional. Okay, that was not a mini, and I just now have a whole bunch of them stuck. And how? I know I have some. I'm going to regret what I just did, putting them back in that little box. Okay. So you can even see on that one how yellow. I'll show the tree in a second too. Okay, so there's that. So you can see where I layered my color. And yes, HD need me. All right, I'm going to grab some ribbon I forgot to grab. You could talk and entertain, H. No? Okay. This may be too... Oh, no, I don't like that one. What? I'm in the middle of a class, Arden. Well, I don't know where that ribbon is, so that answers that. There will be no ribbon. Now, I think that I would not do... I was like, oh my gosh, why is it stamped on this, the greeting stamped on this side? Guess I had a squirrel moment. Now you could maybe do this. Let's see how we like. Let's see if we like this. Could change it up a little bit. Man, I did not leave myself any room for much of anything. So I'm going to put a glue dot on the very end of this piece and this piece. And we'll do a cheater bow. Totally eyeballing this. down. Hopefully it's not too crooked. I think it takes a commitment to color your Christmas cards. I don't know that, I think, well, you might get tired of coloring if you send out very many. And if you don't send out very many, maybe that's not a big deal at all. Okay, so since this just did what it's done here, we're going to take advantage of it. Oh my gosh, I still have it stuck to me. So it's kind of cool, self-peeling. Do like that, and then we'll cut a piece for a knot. Oh my goodness. By leaving no room for error, I didn't leave any. It's tight. All right, let's trim that down. Okay. Card number 3. Could add some Stella and make that really sweet. Come on, why are you not? Okay, maybe it's just my eyes. Okay, so the last one. Also going to use this Jolly Little Santa. And I think I can put my tree away and figure out which Santa it is that I need. I think they're pretty fun. All right, so Santa. Don't need glue yet, so I'll go ahead and put that back away. And I've got a piece of real red that has been embossed with the brick embossing folder, and I'm going to stamp Santa on this in Memento Black. I'm going to use this little dancing Santa. He's a happy little Santa. Yeah, I don't disagree with you, Johnny. I think that any card, handmade or otherwise, is a gift of love. It shows that you're thinking about someone. I love the handmade cards. I love keeping that tradition. I'd like the world to stay. Okay, so that one is 2. Okay, so there's a reason that they sent 2 circles. That one is definitely big. But I can't find the other one. Where's the smaller one? Oh, shoot. Did you all see what I did with the other circle? Have I thrown it somewhere? It's not there. It's not there. It's not there. It's not there. But it was here. Oh, but I was looking for that thing, so we'll use it too. Well, we may have to. Oh. Yeah, it's not under there. That's okay. This will work just fine. And we're going to stamp a Merry Hello on this one, so I'll go ahead and stamp that while we're here. Oh, no! I got a halo. There we go. So in case you're not sure, a halo is when your stamp rocks and you get an ink from the edge like that. Happens to me too. I tell my new stampers, it's not just them, because it's not. All right, let's color this little guy. We'll do the hat first. How am I for time? Oh my gosh. I don't normally do 4 cards in my lives, but this is a card class, so it would take a little longer. So clearly I'm still getting used to holding on to both blends while I work. And we'll assume that his shadow is throwing a little shade onto his sleeves. And we have an ivory color that you can use for skin tones, but there are lots of colors that you can layer for different skin tones. I always laugh that my first child was pretty dark complected, and then each one after that got a little paler. So Marshall's pretty dark complected. I thought Hattie was truly pale, and then Hardin came along, and that is what pale looks like. And I've got just the tiniest bit of his pants. I'll do them in dark. What? That's probably a boot. Okay. There's the dark. There's the light. We need the ivory. And I grab Flirty Flamingo to give him just a little bit of rosiness to his cheeks. And while that is still wet, you'll see it's going to fade right in because the ink is still wet. Now that's assuming I can find it fast enough to do that. Okay. But that's just going to fade right in, and there's a glare. You can't see it just yet. But I gave just a dot. It's already faded. It's already blended in. And if I wanted you can always layer up your color. I don't like that I've got all this glare. Where's it coming from? I don't know if that helps or not. It's always fun as the sun starts to fade. Okay, we need some black. And I pretty much did all of this with the light black. I will share photos. I'll send this out in an email tomorrow. And I have sent several emails this week. So if you are not getting emails from me and you want to, 2 things. Make sure you are subscribed to my newsletter and my blog, and that you have my hello@michellesalcho.com address in your contacts, so that your email provider will be less likely to think that it is spam. Boy, and he's really blurry, or my eyes have really stopped focusing for the day. Let's see if I can pick him up. So there he is. So then we're going to just put him on our little brick. And I am going to go back to these crazy edges and put this brick up on dimensionals as well. That's actually what these edges are great to use for. I think that's there. And then I'm going to do him flat, and that way he'll kind of look like he's coming out of the chimney. And there you can see I layered up my red. Okay, out of the brick. It's not a chimney necessarily, is it? And he could be on a smaller circle, that would be fine. But since I can't find the smaller one that's here somewhere. And I kept it really simple there in trimming my greeting. You're showing. I got that one too close to the edge. I'll pick him up and move him. Bring him down there. Now I'm going to bring in some bling from the holiday rhinestones. And pick it up with my Take Your Pick tool. I'm going to grab this big red, bring him right down there, and another big red up here, and then I want a small one right there. Okay, so there is our Santa, and I wonder if our tree needs any little bling. We might put, how about if we add a yellow to the star? There's a big yellow. And we could add, you know, to each of the little balls too, but we colored them and we took great effort to color them, so I don't think we will. All right, so if you would like a set of cards to make, let's find them. Here are the 4 that we made. It should go this way. Here are the 4 that we made, and I will post the details of the ordering special and the host code that you need to use, and you have until Sunday to make that, to place that order, and then I'll get this sent out to you. Thanks so much for being here today, and I know that, you know, lots of changes. Change is always interesting, and so appreciate your patience and your support as I transition and hope to keep growing. So take care, everybody. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.